I look at the trees. Everywhere. Eyes absolutely drenched in lucidness. Find out this. The random skunk smell is life. The cigarette I smoke is life. Is fleeting. Just one type of contraband to eat my lungs into a killing before I make one on the lit job market. Even the physical award for being really wonderful is the total crux of life. The quietly passing cars. A ways back as I see them shuffling traffic, this physical platelet is life. And if life is God, it too is the motel. An unspeakable violence. Drop my cig. Rattling us. A neutral spectrum for us to have impressive ideas about. For example, and all of it blind as hell, I just about it all to feel as if I snatched a bolt of lightning and laughed at the grace of death. Which is pretty uncouth. God is blind, unconscious, and we as aware folk on even the basest level, even some simplistic turd, dredging out one big idea after another, living for such a place, a spice of what is in actuality common sense and not much, feels his timely air bung and makes it as much his as a clueless musical savant makes sex as vile. Of course there is a vile miniature for the miniature petty griefs, truly an excuse to pity yourself with remarks that matter enough in the head to be never rid of. One wills through hell, whether in a motel, in a place with trees on it, or in an urban curb stop. The latest treat for hood rats since the bursting fire hydrant last week. Grim clouds of crime and venture I think of. Life provokes me saying or thinking a thing. Oh, to wonder at a spacious universe. Par exemplar. The greatness. The greatness of this great, blind neutral is found in we very intelligences that impress whatever and any on it. Maybe needing to fill the chaos of such a senseless kingdom with magnificent psyche. Needing to have really important feelings that shake the planet, or at least make one feel its massive orbit beneath their feet. Once again I say as I cannot enough that I feel like I am struggling against the turning of the earth. My old lover and I, and how sad. Once hugged and teetered, to and fro, as if our feet were whelming like ships at the dreadful sea storm. To God probs, nothing more than a nice little ronger for her tiny friends that she likes to play house with. Ronger, to stoke fun imagining with the, and consider as a roller coaster. However, the whole crew dies. Sans the craven captain, who tells everyone he's in how usual going down with the ship, but he really treats himself with too much positive regard for being so nastily selfish. He kills Skipper, intending to use his body for food after using his body as a raft. That did not work very well anyway, so he found in the distance of the sea's now calm surface how fast the time flew to drown all the crew. A large intact barrel. He dislodged the top of the barrel, which thankfully was empty enough to buoy him, and stuck the dead man in there, for food. What? He didn't know where he was. Most likely would wash up somewhere really far away from civilization or something. But how funny! The captain not but spent a few hours bobbing around before coming into sight of Gloucester Bay. So overcome with relief, he kicked his legs toward the first ship in port, forgetting completely of the dead man in his barrel, who had a series of large wounds in his back. How frail is life! And how demented! Upon appearing before a jury, the attorney asked why so many bloody holes were there, and why he'd been shoved into a barrel. And jumping upon his own momentary candor, feeling lifted, redeemed, even, at least as far as St. Peter was concerned, said the captain, "I killed him, you know, to eat, in case I washed up on alien shores." Huh, the attorney ruffled, disguised that instead. Realizing such and such was in the bag, reportedly grew way too tickled by this triumph at the grim hand of a deliberate crime, and smiled ebulliently all over the place. The jury was disgusted at this joy, a disgusting joy. And everyone vindicated the captain, made him innocent on principle. Thereby forever besmirching the lawyer, soullessly, contiguously law firm record with insert fabricated law firm, maybe add an Esquire. Nice touch. Immoral writer as I am. Crapola. An imagination any is quite in tow with the harried mamba morals, perhaps from time to time a motion of the head, to signify childish, windowless, bad confusion, unable to understand all the queer terms and aims. Imagination has its own imprint, directive, dialectic, etc., without needing to be told foolish stories about cannibalism. I suppose I project all this upon a reality of blind gods. But then the need to chase after a nucleus undermines the meaning of such a wee moral of the story. My mind's captive, really. The captain! Anyway, life! Yeah, it's great because, well, not only do we get to be alive, but we get to die after having existed. And so then if life itself, blind, is God, well, it is easy to see people themselves are an upgrade from their very creator, by actually being blessed with the context of having been, as opposed to trees, motels, concepts of shipwreck, mediocre reveries. If such things are material, I would rather exit this place, this world. We get to have known that the world is, at least up until when we die, tomorrow. Sartre had it right. That's really the only tomorrow there is. I want to say my life has been absolutely bonkers. Unreal? Exciting. But that's how it is for everyone. Things get out of hand. And how joyous this is true. Things, they get out of hand very fast for everybody. Life, being God, will refuse to bore you. And then, well, that is why life is a gift. And I wonder what this fetishizing of Weltschmerz, ennui, la noia, fucking sticky-ass feelings, malaise, whatnot, many names for it. Why do philosophers focus on that of all things? Or poets? Why not? I mean, yeah, we would, probs, notice if people stopped talking about and/or analyzed, dissected boredom. Example. Why I'm so great that I gave suffering a chance to practice so long to thwart a most bizarre divine fuck-up. Bring my hand of Abraham down, wielding knife, then ask if it please may chill. So, if you could just leave me to remain at the end of my tether without cutting it free, that'd be great. It's a skillful noose you've made, and altogether resembles a weird genetic braid. So let me ask you, are you going to kick the chair, or are you going to sing?